on my hard days, I usually don't think about it. I just try to get to the next day and hope that the next day will be better.
My legs don't work like other people's, so I have to be in a wheelchair.
I take the needed medicine for everything that's going on in my body.
My wish is to redesign my bedroom.
My wish is to remodel my backyard. It's like that warm feeling, almost like you know something really good is gonna happen.
Go.
Right. We live?
Yeah.
We are now.
Hello. I'm Hefty Yeti. Welcome to my stream. Today I'm going to be running a game of Call of Cthulhu for these miscreants. Briefly, Call of Cthulhu is a horror game about going insane and potentially dying if you're lucky. First, I think we'll have the people go around and introduce their characters. So, above me, yeah, it is above me. Steve.
Hi, I'm Francis Milton, a mystic who is a very trustworthy, honourable, and decent fellow. Yeah, this. I'm seeing if I can go 3 for 3 for shooting someone.
I was going to say, like, I always fully believe someone who up front tells me they're trustworthy and honourable.
I've got cufflinks in. I'm very trustworthy.
I'm Evelyn Montrose. I'm playing a journalist. And I'm ready with camera, and I'm definitely trusting that this very legit, very, very kind Francis is very, very trustworthy, of course. But no, I'm here to find the truth.
Excellent.
With 7
Yes.
Fs. The truth.
Thomas Baird, local engineer, handyman, general sarky bastard.
Excellent.
The local dog's body. Excellent.
Digby.
Hello, I'm Cecil Thorne, and this is my gallery. Marvel at my many wonderful art pieces through my arms that aren't quite here.
Say, are you gesturing? We can't tell.
Well, marvel at my many wonderful art pieces, which I had to do in front of this white jumper because apparently the cream shirt doesn't show up.
And finally, Helen.
I am Ruth Appleby. My grand job is just being a very, very rich heiress who's just here to buy loads of art, not interested in any of these other common people.
Perfect.
So I'm going to add something quick. Because of the way that this runs with the donations, if you want to alter stuff or something like that, basically just make a donation, I'll see it, and just say if you want something good or bad to happen to an individual, and then Hefty Yeti below me can deal with it all. And Mr. GM can deal with everything, and because he'll know what fits him best. Okay? So we can do it that way. Thank you.
Cool. So, setup for this game. It is 1920s London. We're at the Cecil Thorne Art Museum. And I definitely prepped the thing that I was going to read. So, going on at this illustrious art gallery, we have the Atrocity exhibition. Guy Vauquelin, famous French painter, his entire Triomphe de Mort series, his collection, known as the Atrocity exhibition will be presented to the public. This is the first time in history that all of these paintings have been assembled in one place together. He's known as a mad virtuoso, a dark prophet. His infamy surrounds him like a miasma. He's rumoured to have studied at Death's feet. So all of this was promotional material organised by Marielle Dubois, who is the number 2 at the Cecil Thorne Art Gallery. Cecil's assistant, who had this great idea and told him, let me do my thing, I'm going to impress you. And Cecil has had no input at all in assembling these paintings. He's just here to play the host and, as everyone else, admire the paintings.
Okay.
So, the exhibition is due to be unveiled at midnight. The doors are open from 11 o'clock. Paintings won't be visible until midnight, so there is just time for mingling between 11 and midnight. So who would arrive first? Okay, Francis.
Yeah, got to not scope out the entire
2
building.
seconds.
So, yeah, I would turn up I'd walk there, make out as if I've been dropped off down the road. I'd wave at no one behind me, as if like a cab or something has dropped me off there. And I'd walk in, all confident and full of myself. Definitely haven't spilt water down me either. So, doing well. And I'll just nod to anybody on the door, and if anyone's offering champagne or something like that, I'd happily take a glass and just walk on in.
Yes, so there's a doorman who will let you in. As soon as you're in, there are waitresses, trays of champagne, and a few vol au vents. There's a coat check-in. She's gone a bit overboard with Cecil's money, hiring all this extra staff. It's not normally done to this extent. You walk in, you are handed a glass of champagne.
Yeah, happily take it. Thank you very much. I'll have a look around and have a look at the layout of everything and any security guards and things like that as well, to see what's what.
So security guards, they have just hired in a couple of members of the local police for the night. They're there in uniform, but they're just stood around.
Oh dear.
They're not being suspicious or paying too much attention.
Okay. That's cool.
Who's next?
I'd probably turn upset. Just stay at the back door, finish my smoke, slip in through the back door, check the electrical box, make sure nothing's about to blow or kill anybody.
Sure, roll me, just so that we can get this going, roll me an electrical, I believe, skill, electrical repair.
The first roll of the game.
First roll of the game.
Looks like box closed.
So, the way Call of Cthulhu works... Oh, that's a good point. We'll do that in a second. Thank you for reminding me. So, the way Call of Cthulhu works is you have a big list of skills, and those skills, you have points in them ranging from 1 to 100 or 1 to 99, and you roll a d100 and you're trying to get underneath your skill, and that's a success.
Electrical repair, yes.
Correct.
18. Which is skill of 60.
So what, sorry? Success.
Yeah. Under 30, so hard success, correct?
Hard success, yeah. So if you get under half of your skill, you do what's called a hard success, which is even better. So you have a look around.
Me. I don't know where that came from.
You're checking the wiring, and it all looks up to code. You're happy. You don't think anything's going to catch fire. Clearly, fairly modern building, fairly modern electrics. You're impressed. So we will just take a pause there because, as Helen reminds us, you need to roll up your luck. Could you all roll 3d6, please, and multiply the result by 5?
The dice site I'm on is in a different language.
Oh, for
Are the
goodness sake.
numbers in a different language?
I don't
See.
know.
So roll 3 and then multiply the result by 6, right?
By 5.
5.
5.
Correct.
30.
30. Excellent.
You
So,
circle it on the sheet.
and you circle the 30 on the sheet, or whatever you get.
I feel like I don't have much luck today.
No, that's below average.
20. I got 20.
20.
You have less luck than me.
What, 35?
Nice.
I think
It
so.
doesn't sound like we're doing well.
It's fine. I'm sure you won't need luck.
And then times it by 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my brain's not working.
What did you roll?
Right, what have you got?
So I got 22, so 110 by the sounds of that.
No, you need
How
to
have you
roll
done that?
3d6.
3
Oh,
times.
3Ds. Oh, right, okay, I'll start again
Yeah.
then.
Classic con man.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just take the last 3 then.
Alright.
65.
Nice. And what's Thomas's luck?
50. Perfectly average. Just like me.
Perfectly average. Excellent. But I'm sure having low luck won't be an issue.
You don't need luck when you've got money.
Exactly. Right. Thomas has been doing some perfectly normal behaviour for someone visiting a gallery and checking out the electrics. Who would arrive next?
Me. Because I want to know why this man is poking at my electrical panel.
Yep.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Baird,
Can I help you?
Name's Thomas Baird, sir. I was hired to look after the
Baird.
electrics for tonight.
Yes, you're the handyman / general contractor, aren't you?
That would be me, sir.
So, usually in polite society, one introduces oneself to the patron before they go poking around the electrical box.
I'm very sorry, sir. I assumed you were busy. I didn't want to, talk to guests. I don't want to get in your way. I stick to the back rooms, fix any problems.
Oh, good. Yes, you stay there and just fix it all. And next time, tell me, because if it's going to cost
Sir.
money, then I want to know.
Oh, I assure you, sir, my rates are perfectly reasonable. Unlike some people.
We've had the first donation. Thank you, Maury.
Hey!
You absolute shit. How dare you? I was so lovely to you last night. A roll fail for Steve.
Okay.
Nice.
That's the first thing that's been requested.
Right, I'll do my best to remember. So, Cecil, as you come up and have this perfectly reasonable conversation with the handyman.
Because I'm
And-
paying him, you know.
Yeah, and you
It's the
mention
1920s. I don't have to be nice to my employees.
exactly.
Enough.
And you look around as you say, you don't want to spend too much money, and you look at how much your assistant has clearly spent on staff, on decorations, on champagne.
I thought that one had been destroyed.
Oh.
I thought one of these has definitely been destroyed. So I don't know how they've managed to acquire it.
What one of the
You,
paintings?
handyman, how cheap are you?
Depends what you're asking me to do, sir.
to be, take the naught off the end. Otherwise, you're not getting paid. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
That's not how that
And I'm going to
works.
walk off.
Dickhead.
Cool. Who's next?
I will finally make my way around the building. I've probably been doing some digging up some dirt, finding out who else is coming to this exclusive exhibition. Got my little notepad and pen ready. I've got a camera in my little satchel. Just sort of probably going through the front door. I'm not trying to get anything suspicious yet. I probably haven't heard the commotion going around by the electrical box. But just take a soft drink and just sort of look around and find a little corner to people watching.
Excellent.
Another donation. $5 worth of plot armor for the GM.
5. Excellent. I'm going to need it, to be honest.
Mm.
Evelyn, roll a history check, please. Since you said you did a bit of digging into the people who were going to be here, let's see if you found out anything.
Oh no. I'm just in the corner. I'm just eating all the vol au vents because I've probably not eaten for like a day and a half so far. I'm just eating everything in sight.
I'm just having a pop at the staff, so I haven't noticed you doing that yet.
That's fine.
The riffraff Cecil's let in. Jesus.
Successful.
A success?
Yeah, and he's been under 40, right?
Yeah.
Cool, yes. I got 30.
Okay, so yeah, you've learned about Cecil Thorne. So you know that he comes from a fairly wealthy family, was an officer in the war. I believe got discharged on medical grounds, sorry. And then he opened this gallery, which has been fairly successful, fairly steady since then. He hasn't really increased the inheritance he got, but hasn't really lost it yet. And then you also learn that the main reason he's keeping his head above water is enough as a guest, Ruth Appleby, who has a habit of just buying paintings, spending her family's money, and then losing interest and finding the next thing. And then, speaking of which, Ruth, you appear. How late or on time are you getting there?
I'd like to appear fashionably late. I don't know, like half an hour, maybe, after the actual opening. And I like to stroll in, and when they offer me the champagne, I want to tell them, no, I want the proper cold stuff. None of this stuff that's been out half an hour. Go and pour me a fresh glass of champagne.
Yeah, so somebody, yes, will immediately head off and go and get you a fresh glass.
Excellent.
And so you are all here. You are in the main gallery. There's a small stage set up on one side. It looks like there's only one of the paintings in this room at the moment, and it's covered by a sheet at the moment. You know that, obviously, Cecil, you know the gallery itself is spread across 3 floors with different rooms, and your assistant has taken the whole building to showcase this exhibition to its fullest. Yeah, there's at least there's 20 minutes left before the unveiling. If you'd like to socialise, get to know each other, look around, try and scam some money off each other.
I leave.
You just leave.
I'm going home. I'm bored. No, I'll walk into I'll walk into the next sort of, because if there's only one painting on shown here and everybody's in this room, it's like a lot of people around is a bit of a not really keen on that. So if I have a look into the next room, are there many people in there? Is there much security in there?
Not many. There's just a couple of people having a quiet conversation, and then security. So, and a covered painting. So it looks like the plan is to give a speech and then unveil the paintings, and people will go and explore and see them at that same time.
Okay. Is there security next to the painting in the main room that we're in? So
Close to it, yeah.
Close to it. So am I able to like sort of stand to the side of it and try to have a little peek?
You can give it a go.
I'm not going to be subtle about it. I'm literally just going to walk up to it and go and just have a look.
Okay. You are in the process of doing so when a woman just walks up to you and she's like, "Hello, sir. You seem excited to see the paintings."
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this exhibit, the whole thing.
Excellent, as everyone is. Are you a fan of Vakwilin's work?
I am a fan of the myth behind the man.
Of course, yes, a legendary figure. It's a shame we've lost him. Tell me, what do you know? What have you heard?
Well, I think what's everybody's heard about the man. It's very strange circumstances under which he worked, and very strange circumstances under which he died. What are your favourite things about the man?
Oh, yes, the same. The legend. He was a great man. His paintings were the least of his achievements, as you'll see when it comes time for the opening ceremony.
Do you have a favourite painting that's going to be on show?
Of course. For me, it's always the Three Angels.
Okay. And which room is that going to be in?
That will be in the basement gallery.
I'll be sure to head there quickly then.
Excellent. But they are all fantastic masterpieces. Make sure you enjoy them all.
Of course. I'll sort of move away from the weird lady.
So, yeah. Ruth and Cecil, you'll notice each other. You know each other well.
My dear Miss Appleby.
Evening, I was going to go striding over. Cecil, my purse is weighing me down.
There's plenty of rather interesting stuff available this evening, so I've been told. Once the exposition starts and we've had all of the festivities and that sort of thing, I'm sure I can show you some of the more expensive pieces we have that you may be interested in.
You know I love a fine piece of art.
And I love showing you a piece of art.
I can't stop looking at Steve.
Can I listen to this conversation a bit, please?
Yeah, do you want to do it subtly or?
Yeah, relatively. These are two big players. I know Cecil's history. I know that he's here to get some of these paintings sold. I want to figure out the dots.
Okay, make me a stealth roll for moving in subtly.
91.
Oh dear.
91.
Falls into
Okay.
us.
So,
What are you doing?
this is a good chance to highlight a couple of the mechanics. So if you fail a roll, it's not just a outright fail, nothing can be done about it. You have two options. As you failed by 21, I believe, looking at your stat, you could spend 21 points of luck and turn that into a success, or you could push the roll. So you say, you need to justify it to me, explain what's happening. So you tried to sneak a bit closer without them noticing, and that didn't really work.
I've pushed through some groups. I've sort of just got my notepad trying to sort of stealthily get my ear in. I bumped into a server with a tray of drinks. quite close to them, and it's, you know, champagne all over the floor. Hopefully
Yeah.
none of it's gone on for guests, but I've made a spectacle.
Excellent.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Can I have spotted this? Because I'm all up for shenanigans. And no, I'm not up for shenanigans. I'm a serious businessman. Serious mystic, obviously. But I'm up for some shenanigans. So if I spot this, am I able to do something that would create like a little bit of probably a distraction that might aid with the roll or anything like that?
So everyone in the room will see a glass server and will hear a tray of champagne falling on the floor. But yep, you are more than welcome. Let's say you saw what's going on and you see Evelyn frozen or nearby, and how do you want to try and help?
I'm going to do the biggest fake sneeze I have ever done in my entire life and pretty much drop my glass as well and have an almost brilliant fake sneezing fit.
Okay. Normally, I would get you to roll fast talk, but you have an automatic fail.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So...
I'm going to sneeze and then shit myself.
Cecil,
Oh, no.
You are stood there. Behind you, a tray of this champagne, not cheap champagne, as you can tell, has just been scattered all over the floor. And as you're turning to look, you hear the smash of champagne from the other side of you, and you just see Francis stood there. He just has an awkward pause and then starts sneezing.
What in God's name is going on? Right, firstly, I'm going to point to the server and go, you, go and get some more drinks. And I'm going to point over at Steve's character and go, you, what's wrong with you?
Allergies.
Right, and that necessitates you throwing a flute of champagne across the room. Why?
The sneeze took me by surprise.
Indeed. Well, if you can avoid throwing champagne around these priceless works of art, that would be most appreciated.
Of course, apologies.
Given the commotion, I'm just going to slip in through a side door, out of the back rooms, and just quickly, mop and broom, clear up the glass, make sure everything's dried up, and then shuffle back out again.
At least the Scotsman knows his place. He's getting on fixing it.
Excellent. So, this room, I probably did a bad job of describing it. It isn't just the case of there is one painting and that's it in the entire room. There are lots of other paintings, but they're not of the same artist. They're in a similar style, and they're not as expensive, and they're dotted around the room. So, Cecil, could you make me a luck check, please?
Oh God, how do I do that?
You roll D100, and
Right.
you want to get lower than your luck
Lower than
score.
30, right?
Yeah.
That is a. Hold on, I'm rolling 3d6s, not one d100. That is a 91.
91.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you turn around from politely asking the guests not to
Sneeze.
throw champagne around, and notice that one of the mid-range paintings on the wall behind you has got a little splash of champagne on it and a little tear where a shard of glass is sticking in.
So it's like damaged.
Yeah.
I don't have the funds for this. Right, fine. You, Scotsman. Scotsman. I need a Scotsman.
Sir, it's Baird,
It's
sir.
Baird. Right, you Baird. Do me a favour. Go and grab one of the other attendants and move that painting to the back room. It needs a little bit of restoration after our friend over there has thrown his wine glass everywhere. You, sir, we'll have a conversation about financial restitution.
I didn't launch mine. Mine was thrown at my feet.
Even so.
Oh, is that the fail, is it? I just launched it. Right, okay.
You tried to, and it just went too much of an angle
Right.
You effectively threw a glass grenade all over the place, Steve.
Wonderful. Perfect. Please
I'm
donate
gonna
to the
take
kids.
the one of the attendants over quickly. Pick the painting up, shuffle out of the room.
Excellent.
I'm dreadfully sorry about this, Miss Appleby. It's something is in the air, apparently.
You can tell, Cecil, that this is not organised by you, because the riffraff you got in on this one is astonishing, honestly.
Yes, I know. It's not the usual clientele, is it? I have to have a conversation with my assistant.
Can I pull out my Derringer and shoot Ruth? No, I'm joking. I'm not going to do that. That's going to be saved for a massive accident later.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All this chaos, would it be possible for me to sign up to Cecil? I don't know. Was I noticed, by the way?
Luckily, no. Francis achieved his goal of causing a distraction.
You're welcome.
I probably just tried to hide away what happened. I just want to go up to Cecil, probably quite brashly, and just be like, "So, Cecil Thorne, what do you have to say about this explosive start to your newest
I'm sorry, who are you?
Sorry, Evelyn Montrose. I'm a reporter.
Oh, right, okay. So in Bliss Civilized Society, we introduce ourselves to each other. Hello, I'm Cecil Thorne. This is my gallery. You are Evelyn Montrose, I'm assuming a journalist by the fact that you have no manners at all?
Yes, I'm with the local heraldry newspaper.
Ah, yes, that rag. Yes, what can I do for you?
I just wanted to ask you a quick question about, as I did, but my manners, I'm sorry, I should have introduced myself firstly. I was asking, what is your opinion of this explosive start to your newest exhibition?
No comment.
Okay. Legitimately right, sit down. Okay, and have you got any particular favourites in your collection?
A great many.
Okay. And how's your relationship with Bruce Appleby?
I'm really sorry, this guy is a complete arsehole, just so you know.
It must be tough for you to roleplay him.
It's really difficult.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
I know, yes, of course it could be.
It could be worse.
Or,
I am going to start talking like this, and it will be, "You are welcome."
I have a great many number of favourites of my collection. They're all on display around you.
Mm-hmm. And how's your relationship with Miss Ruth Appleby? Brought you.
Miss Appleby is integral to the successful running of the gallery.
Okay, thank you for your words.
No problem. My assistant will deal with all press queries from this point onwards.
Where is she?
Question. I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure she'll be here shortly.
So, as if by plot magic, as Cecil says, I'm sure she'll be here shortly. She steps up onto the platform and introduces herself. I am Marielle Dubois. Thank you for attending this glorious day. We're going to finally see all of the great works of the Atrocity exhibition in one place together, and we're going to know their power as works of art. As many of you, I'm sure, know, the great Guy Vacquelin was a student of many disciplines, art only one among them, and he was successful in creating masterpieces for the eyes and for the soul. And with that...
Can I turn to Cecil and say, she's a wonder at public speaking?
Yes. When she said she wanted a little bit more responsibility, I was sort of suggesting maybe dedicating a back room, but she was rather persuasive in saying, "Oh yes, I think I can organise this whole thing, and if you never take a punt on these people, you never know if they're any good." Unfortunately, she may have proven my initial thoughts.
So her speech comes to a grand conclusion, and she says, "Thank you. With the collection of these paintings together, Vaquilin will never die. And she gestures. The sheet falls from the painting. All the lights dim. And a strange wave of black, almost like black smoke, washes through the room from the painting. And I need everyone to make me sanity rolls, please.
Is that still a D100?
That's a
It has to be
D100
lower.
if you want to roll under your sanity. And there's only success or fail, so don't worry about half or anything like that.
Okay.
Ooh,
So mine.
success.
My sanity is the big number at the top, right?
Yeah.
It should be
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
Yes,
Success.
so that's 18. So I'm apparently I've settled seen some shit apparently.
56 fail.
So, those of you who succeeded, you lose 1 sanity point. As, even though you've succeeded, this is weird, and you literally feel a wave of cold go through you. Those of you that failed, who did fail? Thomas and...
Got 9%.
Nice. So just Thomas, you lose a d6. Which, would you like to roll it yourself?
I'm going to dig it out. What do I actually use these dice?
6. Oh, God.
Excellent. So you lose 6 points of sanity, and because you've lost more than 5 in one go, you might have a bout of insanity. Could you please roll me an intelligence check? Your intelligence is up the top right of your sheet.
If you succeed, you comprehend what has happened to you, and that's bad.
Correct. Luckily, this is the character with 80 intelligence.
Ooh.
Can I check
37.
sanity? Sorry.
So that's a success.
That's a hard success.
Hard success. So you fully realise the unnaturalness of what's happening. This wave of cold, and it's not just you realise this is unnatural. This brings you back to a time when you were in the dark with only a few men at your back, and you. I'm choosing a random bout of madness card here. You faint. It's just too much for you, and you fall unconscious.
Is he still carrying my painting?
If I was carrying the painting, I wouldn't have seen the black smoke.
Yeah, he said he came back.
So yeah, he's just come back in without the painting, seen what's happened, and that's probably the least of the reactions among the crowd. As this wave of smoke passes through, you see there's like a black smoky tendril from the painting that's been unveiled to Marielle Dubois, and then tendrils come in from all the different rooms, and she is now surrounded by a ball of black, like inky black smoke around her. You can every now and then catch a glimpse of her through that.
Marielle, this is very over the top and melodramatic.
And the crowd, there is screaming, there's some violence, some people hitting each other, and it goes pitch black. And for a moment, and then slowly, almost like candlelight, you can't see where the light's coming from, raises up. It's still very dim, the lighting, and one of you, so could everyone roll me a luck check, please?
Oh, God.
Do I have to do it as well, even though I'm unconscious?
No,
Oh,
you don't need
you bastard. 33.
I got a success.
Yeah, I got a success.
So, sounds like Evelyn, got the worst fail. So, as the light rises slightly, you see there's something different about everyone else in this room. They're like vacant stairs. Some of them are just clearly dead, like chunks torn out of them, or like bleeding. Evelyn is surrounded by these grey, vacant-eyed people, making like a human cage around her. And you will notice, I'm going to put this into the message. Sorry, I should have sent these earlier. There is a picture of the painting. This painting in this room is called the Prison, and it's a self-portrait, and Vaquilin is flanked by corpses in the painting, and Evelyn is flanked by corpses in the real world.
She's like staring around. Probably, I don't know, she probably reached for her camera but is like just frozen and not saying anything, of just like this is really weird, have they drunk the drinks, what's happening, and just looking around for other people that aren't corpses.
Yeah, so you'll see each other, you recognise like intelligence in each other's eyes, well, as much intelligence as there ever was in each other's eyes. They're not hurting you in any way in there, Evelyn, they're just like surrounding you. If you try and get out, there's just no space for you to get through. And what would people like to do?
So can we all see them as well?
Yeah, you all see this. This is what is happening in the room. And Thomas, you'll wake up. It was only like a few seconds of unconsciousness.
As I wake up,
Is
my
my
hand.
assistant still here?
Oh, Cecil first.
Is my assistant still here?
She is encased in a ball of
Testicles.
smoke.
Right, I'm just literally, because I succeeded against the insanity simply because I think this is a really elaborate piece of performance art, and I'm not for it because this is my gallery and we don't do it this way. So I'm going to stride up to where my assistant is, and I'm just going to literally point my pipe into the smoke and go, "For God's sake, this is not how we display art. Come out of there immediately. Stop this performance. It's ridiculous."
Yeah, there is no response. As you're there, you can see the ball of smoke and the tendrils going off to different rooms, one going to the painting in this room, and you notice that same one branches, and one of the branches heads to, like, the prison of bodies Evelyn is surrounded with.
Do not defy me. Get out from that smoke immediately. Otherwise, all of the damage to the painting is going to be the least of your concern.
Thomas, what were you doing?
As soon as I'm awake, my hand immediately goes for my service pistol, which isn't there anymore. And it's just shaking reach in my pocket.
Hold on a second. He came into my gallery art.
Which isn't there anymore. It doesn't carry it anymore.
Oh, right. I was going to say, like, you just...
It's a memory,
turned
yeah.
your pistol in.
Yeah, just muscle memory. Not got my pistol, so cigarettes instead. And click, click, click.
Excellent.
What the fuck was that?
Evelyn is now trying to push on these bodies, by the way. Slightly panicking.
It seems almost like the more you push, the more they push back, and your space gets smaller every time you try and push them away.
A little help, please, someone?
You, Englishman, over here. I don't care who fucking responds, but I'm going to march towards the bodies.
I'm sorry, you're talking to me?
I don't care. Just get over here and help.
Do you mean Mr. Thorne, could I have a hand, please? It's not a ridiculous piece of performance art. I know that you're in on it with your little fainting spree.
I'm going to march up and grab him by the fucking collar. Listen to me, Mr. fucking Thorne.
Well, you're not getting
I
paid now,
saw
Sonny
this
Jim.
before. I've seen something like this once before. It did not fucking end well then. It won't end well now. I recommend we help the young lady out of the cage of bodies.
It's actors. Bloody actors.
I feel like I'm struggling a bit. It's getting pretty tight.
Fucking you bastard.
Oh, you're the brawny one. You go over there and sort it out, and I'll stand here and try and get a hold of my assistant.
March over to the cage of bodies.
I'm going to leave the room.
Okay.
I'll walk into like the next room where there was only a few people, because I just want to see what's in the next room. If there's a painting in there, if there's some shadowy testicles in there.
There's both. I will come back to you in a bit. What is Ruth doing at this time?
Ruth is gesturing at Cecil, going, "Cecil, this is too much. Right? This is not how we do business here."
Yes, I know. I'm dreadfully sorry, Miss Appleby. I'm trying to sort it out, and my assistant, believe me, is going to regret this. Please, look, let's examine the painting a little bit more. It's a rather lovely painting, don't you think?
It's certainly got a aura to
Got
it.
presence to it, yes.
Yes.
Very striking.
She's going to keep sipping on her champagne in the hopes that she shuts her eyes for like 30 seconds in the hopes that when she opens them again, it's all back as it was. And it was all just a weird dream.
Sadly that doesn't work. So, Thomas, you've walked over to the cage of bodies. How are you attempting to help?
Well, I'm going to take a look at it first. Look for any points where two bodies meet, something like that. A structural weak point.
Yeah, there are bits, but you'll notice as well, Evelyn is pushing in these gaps and they seem strong. You can reach in yourself and you can't physically pull a person away, and as with when she's trying to push them, they close in tighter.
Like, hold the new, didn't he touch it? Figured this out. Ah, fucking Jesus. Okay, leverage, mechanical leverage. Is there any bits of wet, anything like that I can jam in, try and force it? No.
Just cut them apart at this point, please. Don't particularly like being in this.
Fortunately, I don't have a bone saw on me.
So I'm going to leave you to ponder that situation. And in the next room, Francis, you walk in, and I've sent a picture of what this painting is. It is called The Coupling. And it is a dark bedroom scene with crumpled sheets, empty wine bottles, rotting food, where two corpses rest in the afterglow of their lovemaking, representing feelings and passion. So
I throw one out quickly, and then
excellent.
No, I don't. I'm literally just peeking in, so I'm seeing this. Is there like a fire alarm or anything like that? Because obviously you'd be too old, isn't it, for like sprinklers and shit? Is there like a fire extinguisher, or like one of the pump fire extinguishers or something like that?
So as you're thinking this, you look around at where you'd expect it to be in the walls, maybe looking for an exit, and where the edge of the room was, where the walls and stuff were, it sort of just fades to blackness. You can't see the walls, you can't see where the room ends. It just fades into darkness there. So you're looking in this room and there is a scene unfolding in front of you. It's the scene of a couple having an argument, shouting at each other. The woman is saying things along the lines of like, "Why were you flirting?" It's really hurtful, and the man is just denying it, calling her crazy. And you can see as they walk around the room, everything they get near is either rotting or breaking. Like at one point, the man picks up a wine glass and throws it angrily on the ground, and you can see that it, like visibly to your eyes, it rots, and you even get a slight whiff of vinegar as it's thrown onto the ground. And this scene seems to be just taking place ahead of you. These aren't people who were at the... This clearly isn't the gallery with just some people here. This is something weird that's happening.
Something weird. Okay. And it's...
Yeah.
Again,
that reminds...
It's sort of vibes from the painting. It's...
Very much so.
Yeah, okay. Is there a chair or something nearby?
There is a chair in the room. There's a couple of chairs by the dining table. So, just quickly though, because this is a bit weird, I'm going to ask you to make a sanity check.
I was going to say, it's two people arguing. Who gives a shit?
Well, it's more the apparition of this scene, and I've just remembered, Evelyn, you're trapped in a prison of bodies. You probably should make a sanity check as well.
Excellent stuff. What's my sanity? Oh, yeah, that one. Do. 12.
12. Okay, success. Again, very weird. You're going to lose 1 sanity, but you're used to this, like, not making illusions, but, creating a sense of weirdness, and you can see the edges. You can see this doesn't look entirely real, like it's happening. Maybe it is a piece of performance art, like you've heard Cecil shouting.
Yeah, I'm more interested. It's like something weird is definitely coming from these paintings. So I want to pick up a chair and launch it at the painting.
Okay, you pick up a chair, throw it at the painting, and it bounces off without damaging it.
Well, shit.
Evelyn, your sanity.
I got 3%.
Excellent. Yeah, you will lose 1 because this is a horrible situation, but you're holding it together. So, back into the main room. What's the next step? The smoke is unresponsive, Cecil, who's not engaging in any form of argument or explanation.
This is ridiculous. Where did the Scotsman go? I was over there. Right. Any luck prizing those actors apart?
One moment, and I'm going to reach into my satchel and pull out a folding saw.
Okay.
Right, now, you may want to cover your face. This may be about to get slightly violent, and I'm just going to start fucking sawing at it.
Okay. That's going to be a sanity check. You're just soaring into corpses. That's not what normal people do.
No, wait, they're just at. Stop!
When we all see this happening.
I can't.
Success, fuck you.
A success, yep. Lose 1 point, but you're pushing through it. You've done worse. As you soar through, you're soaring through a leg, and you cut into an artery, and there's just a huge spurt of blood. But it seems like as quickly as you're getting through, another limb is moving into its place.
Evan is screaming at this point.
Can I
Understandable.
just be like, oh, for goodness sake? And can I go up and try and just cover the painting again with the sheet that's there?
You can try. So, can all 4 of you in that room please just make me an intelligence check? It's called an idea check.
That is a 19 for me, which I think is either a critical success or a whole success.
Excellent.
I fail.
Yeah, I've got critical success.
69, nice.
Nice. Excellent. So, yeah, the 3 of you that got successes, especially the hard and critical success, you can see that Ruth has got the right idea. You think maybe there is a link between this and the painting. It's displaying the same thing.
Yes, actually, yes, that's a good idea. Where's the sheet? Yes, cover the painting.
Yes, please
Okay.
stop sawing bodies.
Stop
Because I'm the only one currently not engaged, I go to cover the painting. I pick the piece up, I place it over the top.
Okay, you place it over the top, and sadly that doesn't have an effect. The smoke is still just going through the painting. There's still the bodies surrounding Evelyn.
Yeah, but this is a very good special effects. You, Scotsman, if you could stop committing homicide in my gallery, please.
Homicide is already a corpse.
Are they actually dead?
Well, considering they didn't scream when I cut one's leg off.
It's but how you check the pulse. You've done the, what is it?
Check the
What was it,
pulse.
the army? The ABCs.
Oh, check pulse.
No, the airways, the breathing, the circulation. If they don't have to do those who call
I'd
a...
like to point out that's not a thing yet. This is the 1920s.
It was the thing in my training. I don't know what they were teaching you in the engineers, which is I assume what you're from.
I didn't tell you I was in the army yet. No, fuck it, yeah, check the pulse. Why not?
Yeah, even though there was like a spray of blood that came out when you cut through this, it doesn't seem. It seems like it's cold to the touch. You can't find any response from the person. The eyes are glazed over. You've seen corpses. You would have guessed at least a day dead, but then there was that spray of blood. It's a bit confusing.
Yeah, I assume it's sort of a spray from the sawing action that's caused the...
I will say, by the way, I don't know. I think Evelyn's phobia was blood, by the way. So I don't know if that warrants a sanity check or something. Because she's gone white.
Well done for keeping yourself honest.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm not in this room.
Roll me a sanity check, please.
77.
Excellent. So you're gonna. All you lose is a D2, so 50%. Whether you get a 1 or a 2.
Toss a coin.
Toss a coin. Like heads is 2, or roll a D2. Roll any dice in half.
A D2.
Yeah, D2.
Those are things.
1.
1. Yep, you lose a point. Because you weren't sprayed with this blood. It's near you. You're keeping yourself. There's still just about enough space that you can be on.
Back up as much as I can.
Yeah. So Francis, you've thrown a chair at a painting.
Yeah. Okay, so that's not doing anything. The couple are still arguing.
Yep. It almost seems like it's on a repeat.
So they're playing out like a scenario.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I'm going to walk up to the painting. Can I get behind it?
It's attached to the wall, but this is like a standalone wall, so you can walk around that. If that makes sense.
Digby's a magician.
Yeah.
He's raided while he's here.
You weren't being hosted on my channel, and I realised that they took the host command out. So the only way that I could do it was by unsubtly raiding you midway through a stream that I am taking part in.
No, that's wonderful. Thank you. That's amazing. What's attached to? Is it just like little bits of rope or sort of string or something like that? It's just attached to, holding it up to the wall, or is it?
It looks to be, but as you try and move it, it seems to be as if it's like screwed to the wall.
Oh, it's solid.
Yeah, like there's a bit of give, but
okay. Did you say? Are there any like candles or anything like that?
Yeah.
Around?
Yeah, there's candles around.
Okay. So if there's a chair, the chairs would have to be either wood or fabric. I'm going to start a fire.
Excellent.
I'm going to start a fire right in front of this painting and try to catch this painting on fire.
Okay.
It's my go-to.
Yeah. Good. Back to the main room.
I'm going to trace whatever connecting line runs between the painting and the cage and see if there's anything actually physical there, or if it's just like a shadow on the ground.
It's through the air, so it's literally a straight line of smoke. You can't feel it, but you can't block it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It keeps coming.
I'm going to suggest something you're really not going to like. I think we have to set the painting on fire.
Absolutely not.
Well, if you've got another solution for the constricting cage of corpses, sir, I'm really happy to hear it.
They're bloody actors.
Oh,
You can try and get me out of here then.
Are they, what, okay, so, things we know. One, creepy black smoke coming adjacent to the painting. Two, my assistant, who is unbelievably sacked, has instigated all of this. Three, you can't get this very, very well constructed, but definitely not made of actual human beings, because that's patently ridiculous. Corpse cage open. These are things we know, yes?
Yes.
And the sheet doesn't block it, right?
No, the sheet doesn't block it.
Just wave my hand back and forward.
That is admittedly slightly unusual, but we will. Tell you what, let me help you. We'll try and. Have we tried picking this thing up and moving it, perhaps?
I would like to try.
Yes.
First, is it a line of smoke or is it more shadowy?
Somewhere between the two.
I'm just going to open my translator and hold it up and see if I can try and cut the line.
It's unaffected.
You want to try and pick it up, sir? Be my bloody guest.
Well, you can help me, because obviously it's going to take two of us. Teamwork and all that, yes?
Oh, no, it's teamwork, is it? So you fucking dig it.
You can mutter as much as you want, my Scotch friend, but, you know, I'm the one paying you.
What is Ruth up to?
I was going to see if I could try and find. Well, we've established basically that we can't cross in front of it and block it. So I was going to try and find like one of the champagne crates to try and put in front of it, thinking that the sheet was too thin and the wood would be thicker. But that's not going to work. Can I lob my glass of champagne at it?
Yeah. You throw your glass of champagne at it, and Evelyn, roll me a luck check.
Please, Miss Appleby, I understand this is very upsetting for you, but I'm sorting it out. Please, don't damage the artwork that you're going to buy.
Just make sure you shout, "You rotter!" You rotter!
What did you get?
81.
81. Excellent. So, Ruth throws her champagne glass at this painting, and it hits it square in the middle, straight in the face of Guy Vacquelin, the artist, and it puts a little tear in the painting. At the same time, Evelyn, you take 2 points of damage, and a cut appears on your forehead.
She shrieks and is just like, don't stop doing whatever you're doing over there, please.
Right then, fire is not the
Yeah,
answer.
maybe don't set it on fire.
Please don't.
Well, that's interesting.
So you can see that the exact place where the tear in the painting is the exact place that Evelyn has the cut on her forehead.
That's fucking weird.
It is really weird.
Yeah.
So could you four make
I
sanity
feel like that's a
checks?
sanity check, yeah. Oh my god, a fucking 2. Cecil is so enraged at what's going on in his gallery, he's not thinking up on anything.
52, so that's a fail.
Okay,
4%.
nice.
I've just a glass shard must have come and hit me.
Yeah, obviously. So Ruth, and how did Thomas do?
Failed.
Failed. Ruth and Thomas, yeah. This is really weird. This is clearly, there's some link between that. Could you take 2 points of sanity loss? There will be. You will obviously hear screaming and so on coming from the previous room, Francis, as you're setting up your little fire.
There's another donation. The next roll for Evelyn is in their favour.
Hey!
Thank goodness.
There you go. So how's my fire coming along?
It's doing well, and yeah, it's. You've got the smoke and the flames are just licking the base of this painting, and you can see the participants in the scene, the couple. They're still arguing, but they seem to be like coughing and reacting as if there's smoke around them, but it doesn't consciously change what they're doing, if that makes sense.
Okay. So when this all, in my mind, then the picture will just catch, and then they'll go, and that's hopefully everything sorted in this room. The building probably not, but is there like I suppose there are curtains or something like that. Could I sort of like throw a curtain over the top of the painting and like leave the bottom of it draped in the fire, so hopefully it will spread it up more?
Yeah, you could do that.
I hate to do this, but do I smell burning at any point?
Make me
I'm about to destroy your second painting.
make me a spot hidden check.
That's a 19, so that's yes.
Okay. So as you see a champagne flute go through one of these incredibly expensive paintings, you also start to smell burning coming from the next room.
What? What? No, 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 it's my life's work, and I'm going to run into the next room.
Okay. I'll come back
I've
to that.
forgotten about the journalist in a cage and the heiress that I'm trying to impress. I'm now out for myself.
Nice. So, Thomas and Ruth, you've seen what happened. What would you like to do?
Can I investigate the painting a bit closer to see? Because there's a little thing behind the what's his name? Baquilin. What is this gold? Not the gold circle. They're like, was it a compass or something? Basically, can I look at it and see if there's anything else that we can't yet see happening or is obviously connected to the picture?
You look at that, and yes, you don't see any that bit replicated in the real world behind you. It seems to just be the corpses and the bit that's replicated.
Can I just shout out if I can see Bruce inspecting the painting? Like, is there any way you could maybe cut the bodies out?
Read my mind. I'm going to walk over to the painting and pick up like a shard of glass off the floor and just very gently put a pinprick in one of the bodies on the painting.
Yeah. And as you probably expect, you put a hole in one of the bodies, you look around, and you can see that one of the bodies in the real world has started bleeding.
This is going to be very unpleasant. Good idea. And I suppose I'm just going to start attempt to cut out the centre of the painting.
Yep.
With either like a knife that I've pulled out my pack or...
Yeah, you get a knife out, and it is simple enough. You cut around, and as you essentially get like halfway around, half of the bodies, a hole in the bodies appears, and Evelyn can just step out.
I've still got my eyes closed.
Okay. Evelyn can be directed to step
I'm
out.
going to walk over and just offer her my hand. There's a reach of my pocket.
And as you finish carving the circle, the black smoke shadow tendril disappears from this painting, And could the three of you in there please make me a spot hidden check? And Jess, you get an auto. How much was it? $10. Let's say an auto crit for that. So you, even though you weren't really in a good place to see originally, you think there has been the smoke around the assistant. You think that's a little thinner than it was before.
Can I take a picture of it and then take a picture of the bodies, please?
Definitely, yeah. You are pretty good with your camera. You don't need to roll for that. You've taken some pictures.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be like, just get it all down.
11 for success. I'm assuming I see the same thing.
Yes, you'll see the same thing, and especially when it's pointed out. Yeah, that's fine.
As everyone steps out the cage of corpses, I'm just going to open the pack of cigarettes and hold them out.
Okay, in the next room, Cecil, you come charging around the corner to see Francis just casually.
I'm just going to be staring at this painting that's on fire.
What have you done, you lunatic?
Me? Nothing.
Yes, you set fire to my gallery.
No, look at the other two weirdos in the room. Is there a fire extinguisher about?
Somewhere? Who? What?
So, yes, Cecil, you will notice this scene going on. Very strange now, because they're coughing quite a lot, but also ignoring the fact that they're coughing quite a lot. There's a lot of rot.
Round, as kind of trying to avoid as much of the fire as possible, and just try and go to these people and go, please stop arguing and evacuate, there's a fire!
Completely ignore you. And Francis, and you will notice this fire doesn't seem to be affecting the painting.
Okay.
Like, the curtain has burnt up a bit and the painting is still looking pretty decent below.
Okie dokie.
Madam, I appreciate that your current domestic troubles may be troubling to you, but you need to... Please, there's a fire! You need to leave!
So there's no damage on this painting whatsoever, from what I've seen.
It's a bit smoky, but no fire damage to it, if that makes sense.
Okay, but the people who are coughing, do they look a little bit charred?
Yes, they don't look charred. They're coughing. Beyond that, no, they don't actually look that much worse.
Could I go over to one of the people who are in the painting and just try to put my finger through, like, their chest or something on it? Push through the canvas.
They are... so on the painting or the person?
No, on the painting.
It just feels like canvas.
Yeah? I literally want to push a hole in the canvas.
Okay, you can do so, and when you pull your finger out, it seals back over.
Fuck this.
The person, Cecil, as you're shouting or calmly talking to the person, you see like a trickle of blood run down his bare chest, and then it stops, and there's just like a drip of blood there.
Now, there's no need to get physical with one another. I'm sure we could resolve this in a most amicable of ways, but you do need to evacuate this room, for it's on fire!
Physical... They weren't touching each other. They didn't do anything to each other. They were just screaming at each other. Who was getting physical?
Well, I don't know. One of them was suddenly wounded, and that's the only possible explanation I can think of.
Right.
Do you want to help with, evacuating anyone else or putting the fire out? You're just going to stand there.
Yeah, I'll have a look
Who are you anyway?
That's not important right now. Is there a fire extinguisher anywhere that we can see?
Make me a luck check. And if you're both looking...
Can I do the same? Yeah.
come on, mouse, start working.
Fuck you! 36. So fail for me.
Yeah.
Dun. 7.
7.
Yay!
Excellent. Yes. You do find a fire extinguisher just by the doorway. Seems to actually be a fairly decent newish one.
Ooh.
And next to it is a bucket of sand as well.
Excellent. Right, I'll grab the fire extinguisher and the bucket of sand, and I'll walk over to the painting, and I'll start putting out I'll start to put out the fire at the base, because I think if it's burning up but it's not doing anything, that curtain's just going to burn itself out. It's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, the fire hasn't gone, like, the bits you put there have burnt, but nothing else has really caught in that area.
Oh. So if it's all going to go out, then, yeah, I'll just leave it there as potentially. Yeah.
At this point, the other 3, would you be heading through to this room?
Yeah.
Okay, you walk in, you see the scene of the couple fighting, walking around, touching things, these things rotting and breaking, and you see
the other couple fighting.
The other couple fighting, trying to put out a fire, which seems to be going out on its own fairly well as well.
Can I ask Cecil if he knows what order the paintings are meant to be seen in?
I think Cecil probably would know that, but I want to do an art check to make sure.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool, make
That's a 12. That is a pretty good success, all things considered.
Yeah, I think that's an extreme for you.
Mm.
So you know, obviously your assistant was blathering on about these paintings for a long time to try and get you to agree to show this exhibition in your gallery. So you know there is an order that they were painted in, but she never really mentioned anything like they're meant to be viewed in a certain order. They seem to just be all as important as each other, if that makes sense.
There's no significance to the order in which they're unveiled, but there might be some significance to the order in which they were painted, is what I can think of at this present moment in time, Miss Appleby.
Was the one we saw first painted first?
Mr. DM? It was not, right. No, that was one of his later works, it must be said. This one, I believe, is...
probably like the second one of significance from this exhibition.
See, this is the earlier work, so that one's later, this one's an earlier piece. Do I remember how many paintings my assistant has managed to acquire from this artist?
Yes, there are 7.
Your assistant did say that her favourite was the one in the basement, the 3 angels.
You spoke to my assistant, did you?
I'm going to guess who that was. Who came over and spoke to me, so...
Her favourite was the 3 angels in the basement. There are 7 paintings. Not that I wish to sort of draw conclusions or anything, but...
So, we have here a program, I've put it into the Discord chat, which has the name and a small description of the paintings for each of you to see. So the one in this room, the one in the previous room was the prison, a self-portrait flanked by corpses representing the body. This one is known as the coupling, a dark bedroom with crumpled sheets, empty wine bottles, rotting food, where 2 corpses rest in the afterglow of their lovemaking, representing feelings and passion.
Now, to my knowledge, there are 5 more that we've not yet seen, and the 3 angels is the one that I believe that my assistant wants to be the centrepiece of the exhibition, which of course is why it's in the basement of the gallery. You sort of lead your way through and then down into the big central vault, because obviously it doubles as a vault, because these quite often are targeted by people in repute for stealing and that sort of thing. So, I assume... I mean, obviously it's some sort of big prank by my assistant who's going to be unbelievably fired when I catch up with them, but... that doesn't explain the fire. How did the fire start?
I think we need to go and check out some more of these photos. Pictures. You know, the ones in the frames. Because if these people here are mimicking the painting... What happened in the first room?
Oh, my gallery is going to be overrun by bloody actors, isn't it?
Cage of bodies.
A cage of bodies. And that's what was in the painting?
And it was the artist flanked by 2 corpses.
So...
There was quite a few corpses. If you remember Mr. Thorne, they were...
Oh yes, of course. They surround the artist. Yes.
I've been picking muscle tissue I saw for weeks.
I'm going to go over to the couple that are probably still arguing, and I'm going to stand in the middle of them and make eye contact with the female.
Okay.
Just to see if that sort of disturbs them in any way, shape or form.
Again, it's like the smoke. It's like the effect the smoke had on them. That she steps around you to continue this argument, but doesn't acknowledge you.
Okay.
Is there any water left in that fire extinguisher, old boy?
Hmm?
Right, pick up the fire extinguisher and I'm going to empty it over one of them.
Okay, yeah, you do so. Either any preference on which one?
The gentleman.
The gentleman.
Yes, because being subtle thought I would not harm a lady.
Excellent. Yeah, you dump this over him. His clothes are soaked, and he pauses a bit and carries on arguing. But as he does, he takes off his shirt and starts like wringing the water out. No, he wasn't wearing a shirt. Sorry. He
takes off his trousers.
Yeah, starts taking off his trousers, wringing them out.
Sir, please, in polite company.
Well, it seems they are trapped in their own little, what's one of those things that you turn round? You get that moving picture that loops, goes round and round and round.
The vignette, I believe, is the
vignette.
theatrical term for it.
I think they appear to be trapped in their own wee vignette. Because they've come into this bit of the argument at least twice already. They can't, as far as I can tell, they can't see us. They are...
Has anyone got a knife?
Hold up the knife, it's probably still got bits of painting canvas on it.
Can I borrow that for a second, sir?
Flip it round.
Hold on. With Chucky and it's still probably got bits of paint and canvas on it. Can I do a spot hidden to see if my painting has been savaged in the other room?
You won't be able to see the painting. You can make me a psychology check to see if... or an idea check.
That's a 4.
Yeah, you see a couple of threads of canvas in this knife when it's handed across.
You stopped.
And you...
What did you do to my painting?
What I had to do to three... I don't believe I've got your name.
Evelyn.
Thomas Baird. Nice to meet you. As I was saying, I did what I had to free Miss Evelyn. If you've got a problem with it, please go through there and have a conversation with the cage built of human corpses, sir.
No, I mean, what is it you actually did? I'm more interested to know what you did, rather than... I mean, we can sort out the financials later, and believe me, my solicitor will be in touch, but what did you actually do?
Cutting out the cage of bodies, cutting out the middle of the painting, so to speak, where I was somehow being represented. It broke down the cage.
Right, so cutting into the painting caused an effect on the physical world.
That was my
Then that's
thing.
me.
If I had to take a stab in the dark, this is some kind of metaphor. Because if we check program, cage represented the body. Cage of bodies, Miss Evelyn's body, physical body was in danger. This has to do something with feelings, instinct, or passion.
I'm going to put the knife into the guy's head on the painting and literally just go straight down. Just to see what happens. I've already seen that the painting's fixed itself once.
Yeah, so you do so. You stab it into the head of the guy on the painting, drag it down, and as before, as the knife goes down, the tear in the painting closes up behind the knife. Currently, the rest of you are having a discussion a lot closer to these people. And
I hope you're paying attention.
could you all, the four of you, please make sanity checks, please, as just blood
You
sprays
bisect
from
a
this
human
person.
body in front of us, yeah.
I got a 95.
64 for me.
Again.
Did you all fail?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, the three of you who aren't Evelyn, you'll just lose one because, believe it or not, you're becoming a bit hardened to just random sprays of blood. Evelyn, however, you're not a fan of blood, so I'm going to roll a d4 for you. And
It's very brave of you to be afraid of blood in a Call of Cthulhu game, because it's
Yeah.
like it's the easy mode way of going insane.
And so this guy drops to the floor, and then the wounds heal, and he stands back up in his underwear, covered in blood, and goes back to the argument. Could you all make psychology checks, please?
I'd like to point out I dropped to 40 sanity.
That's you've lost a fifth, I believe.
Wow.
So losing a fifth means that you have the
Is he
chance to go.
temporarily insane?
He may be temporarily insane. Could you roll me another intelligence check, please?
97, fail.
Oh my
97.
god. Reset your dice machine, man.
So, you can tick the temporary insane box on your sheet, and you gain a new phobia, which I feel like appropriate, maybe.
Nipples.
The wrong word.
Well, we've got blood, so any ideas, guys, for what is an appropriate phobia given this?
Fire.
Fire.
Yeah,
What about-
fire is a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
This is
So-
just loose, but
You have a new phobia of fire, and also because you're temporarily insane, that is great news, because every time you fail a sanity check from now, regardless of how much you lose, you have a bout of madness. And we do love bouts of madness. So, can the five of you please roll psychology, please? Psychology is the equivalent of insight for Call of Cthulhu.
I feel like I've been doing sanity wrong. So,
Okay.
how much did I start with?
50.
Started with 50.
So when I came into my sheet on the sanity thing, it had 20 circled.
I might have clicked the wrong thing.
Right. Okay, that's fine. So as long as I can just take away the difference and start as if I started from 50.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, that makes more sense because everyone was like, I'm on 16.
6.
Fine.
You know.
Two bananas, you're only on 16 sanity.
Well, exactly. That's what I was thinking. I think I must be barking mad already.
So, there you go,
Can
Jack.
I use
I rolled a
my
6.
luck to
It's for
pass
psychology.
my psychology?
You can. So the way you use luck is you spend a number of points to bring the roll down to meet it. Francis, what did you say you'd got?
6.
6.
And I've got 50.
Is
Oh, so that is for me.
extreme.
Yes. No. Yes, that's an extreme. Wow.
So, Helen, you
24
can.
for me, which is a hard success.
I'm just gonna not.
Yeah,
I haven't got
that's
that enough luck to start pissing about.
fair. Yeah. So
Dolly says
the
he's
hard
loving
ends-
the costumes, everyone, so we've done well.
Thank you, Dolly.
Especially
Especially
Pat.
mine.
Especially Pat's done phenomenally well.
I've put a lot of effort in.
Too much, might say.
So the extreme and the hard success, you will realise that the mood has shifted slightly in the participants. They're still arguing, but you can see there's some recognition from the woman that the man has started undressing. And
I'm going to go over with a knife and I'm going to cut his pants off.
okay,
I'm going to
Can
cut
I
all
turn
their.
around? I'd like to turn around, please.
I'm going to start cutting all of their. I'm going to cut all of their clothes off.
okay.
As he does,
As I've got them both naked, I'm going to start.
So, as Francis does that, we're gonna just fade to black on that bit of scene as you have achieved the goal of, as Thomas suggested, inspiring passion and feelings amongst that couple, and the black tendril from that painting dissipates.
as that happens, I am just going to take out my cigarettes again and just hold them out to anybody that wants to take one.
Best
I
I've ever
take
had.
one, then I crumple it into my pipe.
What's that?
Get someone else to light mine for me.
Jess, you were saying?
I want to try and get a little picture of the smoke dissipating, and I want to run through and go look at Marielle.
Okay. So you take the picture, you run through, and yes, again, you would say slightly thinner on the smoke around surrounding her. But you will notice that her features have begun to change. So, whereas before she was a middle-aged woman with like light brown hair that was greying slightly at the temples, you can see that her hair is darkening, her nose is extending slightly, and it's very subtle, but yeah, that's what you're noticing.
Mr. Thorne, did she always, was she doing something to herself before this?
I don't think so. Because I'm going to go back into the other room. I'm going to take a look through the smoke at my assistant. See if I spot any changes to her.
Yeah, again, like I said to Evelyn, very subtle, but slight changes in her appearance. And it's almost as if these tendrils are now like pulsing, like something's flowing along from the paintings to this ball.
This is very strange. She never looked like that before.
You're just noticing it's strange now.
See, I am not a man who is surprised by very much because of my wartime experiences, young man, as you may or may not know.
Excuse you.
I look for the rational explanation, right? There are many people in my profession who go, or they buy the story in relation to an art piece. It's like, oh, this was painted by this person, they did this, they did that, and oh, it's such a tragic story. I value the art on its merit. I look at it and go, the brushstrokes are rather good, it's very artistic, it's very well framed. I'm not one who buys the mythos of these things. I look at the practicalities of what they actually are. So I approach the way that I live my life in much the same way. I look at the practicalities of the situation. This is most likely to be a university prank or some other prank instituted by my assistant and not anything else.
The reality of the situation, sir, something strange is going on here.
I don't know, something
no
strange is going on,
plan.
absolutely. But there's a perfectly logical explanation for it, I'm absolutely certain. We'll find it eventually, we just need to keep progressing and seeing.
And if that logical explanation is magic?
I'm going to walk into the next room.
I'm probably gonna follow you. I'm just like, nope.
Yeah.
Okay. So Francis and Evelyn are heading through to the next room. Ruth,
I'm gonna follow them.
you're going to follow them. So from where you are now, there's a couple of options. You can either... So you're basically at the stairs, so you can go up or down or into the back room here.
I suggest we go down, because that is where the woman said her favourite painting was. I think there might only be one downstairs.
I think the brochure says it's only the three angels.
Yeah. Dying man chained atop a pile of skulls reaches up towards three stone angels representing the imprisonment in the illusion. Okay.
How do lights
I'm
work?
sure you know all about illusions, Francis.
No idea what you're talking about. It's Milton, please.
So you three head down into the basement, and the painting, The Three Angels, is there. It's in the Discord now. As you said, dying man chained atop a pile of skulls reaches up towards three stone angels representing the imprisonment in the illusion. In front of this painting, there is another scene, like there had been in front of the coupling. This one is a funeral scene. There is a young man at the front, and he stood there. You assume a young Vacrelin, very sad, dressed in formal gear. Rows of mourners behind, and you look and you see the priest giving the sermon, and what you can see, that it doesn't seem that any of the mourners can see, is that it is in fact a demon in priestly garb, and they are in some way feeding on the sadness of the crowd. The speech they're giving is very much designed to elicit an emotional response, and they're using that to their advantage to feed on the emotion of sadness.
So we have to. Do we make them not sad? Does anyone know a joke? There's a demon there. I mean, at the moment, this is all just the paintings coming to life, isn't it? Really, which is. I'm sure there'll be a bottle of whiskey somewhere in this building at some point. So how are we going to deal with this one?
I suppose, what is the illusion? Is it the demon? Is it the sadness? Is the person not really dead?
Can we do a weekend at Bernie's?
What's Weekend at Bernie's?
No, this is out of character. I'm saying to Patrick, can we do a weekend at Bernie's with this? Can I pick the guy up who's dead and go, oh, hello? No, that's out there even for me. Cecil would back me up on this one. Oh, hello.
Cecil's not here at the minute. He's been waylaid by the Scot in the first room.
I mean, I'd imagine as we were arguing, we would have kept walking. I can multitask.
Is there a font anywhere?
Yeah.
Has it got water in it?
Yeah, let's say yes it does.
What do you guys think about getting some holy water on the demon?
Okay.
I was just body cage, so I'm just gonna let you do whatever you want to do.
How do
I don't want
you?
any part of this.
I'll dip my finger in the water. And I'll go up to the demon and I'll put a symbol of the cross on his forehead.
Excellent.
I'm going to get nut punched, aren't I?
Demon nut punches.
Uh,
That makes everyone laugh. Illusion broken.
Make me a power check, please.
A power check.
Francis.
So this is a big one. So this means I'm going to fail. I haven't failed yet. Where's the... Oh, I'm going to lose the camera a bit. Where is power? That's at the top, isn't it?
Top right, yeah, it's one of your stats.
Yeah, right, 50. Boop. Roll again. Oh, come on. No, it's doing a silly thing. It's thinking.
It's quivering.
Oh.
Quivering with anticipation.
There, I beat you to it.
I can't see what it is.
No. Reset. Okay.
Nice.
Right, reset.
We'll
Roll
come
again.
back.
Oh, 46.
46 is a success. You, yes, do the sign of the cross on the forehead of this demon, and it, like a white-blue flame ignites on the demon's head. It lets out a scream. Can you make a dodge check, please? It's one of the skills down the bottom left. Because this is hot. These flames are hot.
Damn right it is. Oh, temperature-wise. Okay, so that's a 25
Yeah.
I need.
Giggly flames.
86.
86.
fail.
Okay. You
Do
are.
you want to push that?
You could push it.
I mean, the justification, I guess, would be we don't know what. I mean, this is all weird, and so it's just like, I mean, the first thing I did say was that I thought the demon was going to punch me, so I would be prepared for something. I'm preparing myself for something to happen, so I suppose I could try to push it. But if I push it and fail, it gets worse, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
So
do
you can push with different skills. So let's say instead of just trying to flinch your hand away and dodge out of the way, you could instead push the demon away and making it a fighting brawl check. Or any other way that you can justify it.
Fighting brawl is crap. I could talk it into running away.
Oh, you have good sleight of hand.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I've got
I'm
good.
happy for you to use that.
Yep, sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Is this your card to avoid getting burned?
Is this you not punching me in the dick? So that was a 60. 72.
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, you try and get your hand out of the way, and you just end up smudging this holy water across his face. Your hand is badly burned. You take 4 points of damage as it just burns deep, straight like down. You look down, and you can see like tendons where it's just burnt through your skin. Like this is like blowtorch hot.
Right. Okay.
Simba.
About 11.
Upstairs, Cecil and Thomas, you walk through the scene of the coupling, and it now completely represents the painting of two corpses on the floor. The chair that had been on fire has started like smouldering, and there's almost like they're not your most expensive purchase, these chairs. There's like a plasticky, burning plastic smell now coming off in
you
smoke.
bastard.
Cecil, could you roll me a sanity
Yeah,
check, please?
sanity
Because
check.
this evokes memories.
Yeah, that's 55. That is a failure.
That's a failure.
It's a soft failure, but it's a failure nonetheless.
Yeah. You lose 2 points. As you just get a flashback to... Oh, well, why don't you tell people why this is such a sensitive topic for Cecil?
The smell evokes in Cecil the memory of a darkened trench just before dawn and the thunder of artillery as an attack is being put in. against the German line, and Cecil is the captain in charge of the second wave that's about to go over the top. When a rolling, boiling cloud of yellow gas comes straight into the trench that he's in and fills it up, and he gets a full lungful of it before he can get his mask on. Cecil was very heavily gassed at Ypres during the First World War and was medically evacuated from it, and he's never been the same about strong smells since.
So how does Cecil react to this?
I'm going for a gas mask that's not there. And she's like, oh, shit.
Since I'm
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it, can I
Just keep
help?
going on.
You don't need to. It's just because it's not a bout of madness. It is literally just a quick. He fumbles at his belt and then he's like, "Oh no, it's okay."
There would probably be a psychosomatic coughing fit involved as well, of me literally trying to cough up the smell.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pass him a handkerchief and hurry him through the room.
Okay. So in the basement, the Ruth and Evelyn, you see that this. It looks like it's worked. The Francis is screaming in pain. His hand is badly burnt, but the crowd they scream and disperse, and they seem to fade away. And the demon itself fades away, and the black tendril from this painting dissipates.
Is
So
there
come
any...
down. Go ahead.
Is there any holy water left in the pile?
The scene of the church completely has dissipated now, so there isn't.
Okay, is there any, like, I don't know, champagne bottles or liquid in the room?
Make a luck roll.
I just want to try to douse the hand. 14.
14. Yes, you can find a fire extinguisher or in fact, there is a bucket, an ice bucket with a bottle of champagne in it.
Wonderful. I'll pick champagne out and offer it to... Mr. Milton, was it?
I'll take the bottle and I'm drinking.
And then I'm going to grab your hand and try and dunk.
Yeah. So everyone will hear the scream, because that's going to hurt a lot.
Yeah. So as you two come down the stairs, you get past the coupling and you hear the screaming from down the stairs.
Straight down the stairs, brass knuckles at the ready.
Yeah, you walk in, you see this scene. Milton, one hand in an ice bucket, one hand like necking a bottle of champagne. And a painting that doesn't have a black tendril bleeding from it.
This one's been done.
Yeah, we are. Hold up. You alright there, mate?
Is there a cloth or anything like that? Like a towel or something there?
Yeah, there's a tea towel or a tablecloth.
I'll literally just I'll pour the ice into it and I'll wrap my hand.
Yeah.
Voice chat dump, by the way, for 2 of 3 of Cecil's entrances to rooms in his sodding gallery.
Oh yeah. Hello, Bessie. How you doing?
Okay, so Steve, what time is ideal for finishing?
I'd say probably 9:30, 10ish.
Cool.
Would be best.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so what would you guys like to do now?
Well, I want a McDonald's now. Thanks,
You'd
Esme. Esme's ordered a McDonald's, so I want one.
Right, so we have done.
We've done 3.
We've done the prison, the coupling, and the 3 angels.
Mm.
Did we manage to do all the rooms on the first floor?
No, you've just There's still a back room there, and you think there's a couple upstairs.
Is it worth us going back via the room with the assistant in to see if she's changed again?
I think that would be wise, yes, because whatever's going on, she's involved, and once we sort it out, me and her are going to have a conversation about her continued employment.
She said something about that Vacklin's never going to die after this. I wrote it down in my quick book. Do you think there's any relation to that?
Do you think she's giving up her life for him?
Well, this is patently ridiculous.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yes. This doesn't... You've been... Look, there was a chap I served with in France in 1916 by the name of Tolkien, and he was going on about this magic and stuff. So, they all sound like him. It's patently ridiculous.
Brilliant.
Those of you that looked at the assistant...
That's a 1920s like historical reference for you there.
Very good, yeah. Well done.
So, Evelyn and Cecil, I believe, the two, you looked at the assistant in the bubble, say, make me an idea check, which is a intelligence check.
Oh, you fucker. I'm going to use a point of luck so I can pass that, because it was 61.
Okay.
26.
Cool. So you both, as you're having this discussion, you realise that the change in features are heading in the direction of the self-portrait of Vaclin.
What were you saying, Mr. Thorne, about rubbish, magic things?
This makes no sense.
I agree. Do you have any other better explanation for it?
No, I don't. Which is what concerns me.
It's my literal job to find out the truth, and I have nothing here.
Well, let me put it this way. These are circumstances entirely outside of the control of the Thorn Gallery, and I would appreciate it if you made that clear in your article when you come to write it.
We've had another donation.
Oh, God.
This is from Esme.
Oh, God.
And there has been, because I don't think she knows that she can make a request or to alter things in game. So whatever you want to do,
really,
Esme,
I love you, and you know I love you.
you can do what. So you can affect the rolls. You can make someone fail their next roll. You can make someone succeed in their next roll. You can heal someone's hand if you choose to. You can,
or you can give somebody something unsettling, so they need to make a sanity check.
Or
you positive or negative.
Positive or negative, literally anything you can think of. Or you can say, GM, make it something really bad for them all. Or GM, do something nice for them. Completely up to you. Have a think. And then
while you're thinking about that, where to next?
So, we need to probably keep examining these paintings. My concern is if... Did you say my assistant said that she thinks Vasquez will live forever after this?
She said, and I quote, Vaclin will never die.
Vaclin will never die. And the paintings seem to be having some sort of effect on changing the features of my assistant into the features of the aforementioned artiste.
That's what it looks like. We've done 3 paintings, Dan.
I'm very concerned. I mean, I'm very excited to speak to him and ask why he painted his paintings in the way that he did, but also, if he's coming... This is patently ridiculous. I want to see the damage to the rest of my gallery. Let's move on.
Upstairs next.
Okay, so back up the stairs. Into the back room on the ground floor? Or
yeah,
the way to the top?
I will hang around at the back currently.
That's very fair. So, you walk into a small darkened room. This one, in the back you see the painting The Feast of Ignorance. which again, going into the chat. The Feast of Ignorance is described as deep within the Parisian catacombs, haloed figures examine the stigmata of an emaciated corpse representing the will. In front of this painting, there is set a table, a dining table, and there are, behind it is a chef in a dripping leather apron, like stained with blood, and arrayed on the table are corpses, and the chef is cutting slices and serving them onto plates. There's 3 empty places and 3 occupied places. There's 2 of the people are there. They've been served like rotting organs from the person in front of them, and they're just outright refusing to eat it. One person is like trying to chew, and it's just vomiting back up.
Well, as soon as we come into the room, I'm going for the light switch.
Sanity check first, please. Everybody.
I failed.
I failed. Succeed.
2.
Oh.
White flower. Thank you. Welcome.
So, success is a loss of 1, and
That's a 94 for me.
I can see. Luckily, it's still not a fumble, so a failure will lose a d6. I'll roll that. That's only 4 points.
42 sanity, baby.
So, Thomas is temporarily insane, so could you please roll me an intelligence check?
47 sanity.
39, pass.
Pass. Okay, you are the one that I've drawn is paranoia. You know, like, this is Cecil's gallery. He is behind all of this. He has dragged you into this. It's just like every officer you ever served under. They made you go into the dark. He has done this to you. How do you react?
Oh god!
Thinking.
Look at the chat room.
I know. Esme would like to add another sanity roll. Is that to a specific person or to everyone?
Yeah, that'd be my question as well.
Dun, 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 dun. Everyone.
Can everyone please roll me another sanity check?
Oh, it's an 87.
That's an 89.
1, baby.
Okay, so success. You cannot spend luck on sanity.
Okay.
So a success is another 1, and a failure is going to be a D3 this time. So another 2.
But don't forget, I've almost lost my right hand. So let's not forget this.
I'm at 40 sanity.
I lost another 5.
Excellent. Thomas, because you're already being hit by a bout of madness, I'm not going to hit you by 2. But Cecil, could you please roll me an intelligence check?
Of course. Fuck. That's a 24, baby. I passed.
That's a 24.
I comprehend what's happening.
You fully comprehend. In front
Ignorance
there
is
are,
not bliss in this occasion.
There are, rotting corpses being served onto plates and being served to people trying to eat them. This is horrific.
This is no longer, there is no longer a rational explanation to this.
No, this can't be actors. This is too real.
It is too real, yeah.
What do we think is an appropriate phobia for this?
I would like to say one. It's the 2 soldiers that are going crazy.
It is.
It's almost as if partaking in industrial warfare does awful shit to your brain.
So let's go with, I can't remember the name of the exact phobia, but essentially being alone.
Oh, okay.
So if you're ever on your own, you will start to panic and feel unsafe. So, Thomas, as we were saying, this is clearly all Cecil's doing.
I am going to grab him just by the shoulders of his jumper and just start shaking him back and forth. You stupid English bastard! This is your bloody fault! Every single time it's
Scottish
your
bastard!
bloody fault! Bloody English bastard! Say us to fucking die!
Get off me, you mad Scotsman! Stand
Monophobia.
down, sir!
Monophobia for that. I'm going to walk over. I'm going to step in between them with the bottle of champagne that I'm still drinking from, and I'm going to push it into Thomas's chest. And just, it's not the time right now. We know he's behind it, but we will deal with that at the end of this.
What do you
Have a
mean
drink of
we
this.
know he's behind it? I was as confused
I'm giving
as
him
you
the
are.
bottle, and I'm walking in further into the room.
Yeah,
I'm going to take the bottle, and for a moment, I'm very clearly considering putting it over Cecil's head. I'm restrained from the violence.
Yeah, and after 30 seconds, this passes. Like, he's still dodgy. He's still probably something to do with this, but
Yeah.
you're back in control of your faculties.
I'm playing peacekeeper on this one. It's just a case of yeah, of course he's behind it. Yeah, let's just yeah.
I'm going to point at Mr. Baird with my pipe and like, get yourself in check, damn you! You served in the war, you know what it's like. Pull yourself together. I'm gonna literally pull yourself together. It's pull yourself together, like poking him in the chest with the stem of my pipe. Pull yourself together, man.
Very much so. So autophobia, isolophobia, eremophobia. For any nerds watching about all of that, and alcohol is the most effective de-escalation tool. Very much so. So,
Can we take a moment to think about how we're going to approach this? Because all the paintings before have been about addressing the theme of the painting. How do we address, what is this, will?
Willpower, the ability to stomach rotten food.
That is where it is going for me as well. It'll be the ability to power through when the circumstances are incredibly dire.
How many seats are there currently free?
3.
3.
Ah, wonderful. Me and Miss Appleby can. I'll take notes.
Gentlemen first.
No. Hold on a second.
We'll get this story, this scandal out there.
No. Now the Scotsman, I agree, should take a seat because he's Scottish and he's eaten worse in his life. The other gentleman, I don't know enough about to make a decision on.
Have we considered the
Processing a
possibility?
lot at this present moment in time, and I'm not sure adding rotten meat to the cake to it will help in any way.
so on the table, it's a corpse, and that it's been served up to people.
Yes. And clearly, like, rotting.
Okay. And the chef is the one serving it up.
Yeah, correct.
Can we drag the corpse off the table, remove all the food from the table as if it's all been eaten?
You can start dragging it off if you want.
Yeah.
You can just drag it onto the floor. Doesn't seem... Yeah, the chef doesn't resist or anything. He's still just stood there. He's holding a plate of, like, slices of small intestine and he gestures it towards whoever comes closest to him. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be any effect from just dragging it off the table.
Okay. Right. Who hasn't had their hand blown up or been hurt in a cage? Who hasn't been hurt this evening?
Oh no, hold on. No, I have very much been hurt.
Who's been hurt but
Financially.
not in their wallet?
Baird hasn't been hurt yet. Do it to Baird.
Someone come and have a... someone come and take a bite.
I'm just sat at the stairs. I'm not going anywhere near fucking near it. I'm just.
Are there cups on the table?
Yeah, there are cups.
Are they empty?
No, not all of them. There's like what looks like congealed blood in a couple of them.
I'll sit at the table.
Okay, the chef places a plate in front of you.
I'm
And he goes
gonna
over with his
motion
knife.
for the bottle to be brought over. Bring me that fucking bottle.
Of champagne, you mean?
Yes.
Thomas has got that, isn't he?
I'm
Yeah.
going to take it over to him and just put it down next to him. I'll put a hand on his shoulder and I'm going to stand there with him.
Right.
Fucking man.
We need to fill the seats though. 2 more people need to sit down.
I'll sit. I've eaten worse things.
Where?
That's
When?
Ruth's way of saying she eats ass.
Not in proper company.
So much pink eye in that family.
To equivalent of so much.
And for you, the chef places just one of the goblets in front of you, and you can just, yeah.
But this is about willpower, so it's about resisting.
Oh, bugger this. I'm going to sit down.
It's either about resisting or it's about powering through. Well done, Baird. You're doing well. I'm going to take in the artistic merits of this scene.
Again, I'm not going to flip him off.
Yep, you sit down and a plate. You can't even tell what is on this plate.
Reminds
And
me
so
of
it's
that
just
little
in
fungus.
front of you.
Taking some
Kalima.
pictures of the
Yeah, if I notice you taking photos, I will not be looking at you. Yeah, my face is not going to be on a photo.
If she sees, like, if that's very obvious, then I will point it away from you and point it over the table.
I'll empty the goblet. I won't drink it. I'll literally pour it out and I'll put some champagne into the goblet. And
Okay.
considering how weird all these things have been, does the goblet like refill with blood, or does it change the champagne to blood?
Is this the one in front of Ruth, or just a random one?
I'll do the one in front of Ruth.
The chef will get a different goblet and go over to the corpse, and then return and place it in front of Ruth.
Right. Any ideas? Anyone? That means we don't have to eat this shit. What was that?
It's short of taking a long drag of a cigarette, considering how badly it kills your taste buds.
Probably sounded
Can I take a sip of the drink?
Okay. You take a small sip. Could you make me a willpower? This is, like I said, thick, congealed.
lumpy blood.
So power, sorry.
Oh,
Power
right.
is willpower.
6.
Okay, you manage to, you take this little sip and you swallow it down. It tastes horrible, it's unpleasant, but yeah, and the chef just gestures at the still fairly filled goblet.
Oh, thanks. I thought I was doing you guys a favour.
Well, and no one.
Miss Apple.
I,
Go ahead, Cecil.
Miss Appleby. How much are you holding this against me right now?
If we both make it out of here alive, Cecil, that's when you should ask me that.
Would it help if I was to drink the glass?
yes.
Yes.
Fine. Cecil sort of sidles over Gestures to the chef, and then gestures to the glass, and then gestures to himself.
The chef just like grins, this too wide smile.
Now I feel like it. God save the king! Skull gone.
Okay, so you pour this entire goblet of like thick, viscous liquid into your mouth, and you feel that it's not just liquid. There's some solid things in there. You think maybe teeth have been mixed in as well.
Right.
Could you roll me a power, please?
Come on.
Crunchy.
That is 80. That's just a straight up fail.
Okay, so your options are spend luck, push the roll, or accept the failure.
I'm gonna push it.
You're gonna push it. Just
Mind over matter. It's absolutely essential that Cecil maintains a good working relationship with the heiress that pays for everything.
Okay, roll me another.
It's a
power
77. It's not better.
Welcome to my world.
check. Okay, yeah, this.
Projectile vomits all over me.
Yeah, you just, yeah, exactly. Oh, and you disappear into the gallery. Yeah, you just vomit this all over Miss Appleby. Her outfit probably costs as much as one of these paintings, and it is
It's
ruined.
not too bad. It's really not bad at all. It's not.
You buffoon, Cecil!
I'm trying. What more do you want from me? I only tolerate you because you buy my paintings, you awful woman.
I would just like to point out
He's stressed.
the chat
Cecil's stressed out.
and the words forbidden boba.
Forbidden.
No.
Fuck's sake, Jack.
No.
Watching these two idiots, I'm ready to take a nice long drag of my taste bud killing cigarette and just pick something off the plate and just stick it in my face.
Okay, roll me a power check.
Do I get any bonuses off the cigarette? No?
No, unfortunately not. It's
try.
not just the taste, it's the texture, it's the smell, it's everything.
I mean, I've had black pudding before, it's not that bad. 53. I can spend luck on this, can't I?
You can spend luck on this.
Right, 53 power of 50, that means I need to spend 3 luck points, right?
Correct.
I'll spend 47 luck, down to 47 luck now, and I'm just gonna fucking down it.
And yeah, you get this, whatever this blob is, there's some of it's really soft, some of it, there might be like some cartilage in there, and you get it down. And the chef smiles at you and just starts clearing away plates, and the tendril disappears from the painting as he clears these plates and just walks into the darkness and disappears.
I'm terribly sorry, Miss Appleby. I spoke out of revulsion at what I was being asked to do. I didn't mean what I said. I'm dreadfully, dreadfully sorry.
I'd be very quiet, Cecil.
I'll get up and just chuckling away. Just like, I'm gonna head to the
I'm
next.
just gonna grab the bottle of champagne and full of Milton and hold out just hold out my case of cigarettes.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm walking out of this room. The smell of vomit. The smell of vomit,
Yes,
Cecil.
The smell of vomit!
The smell of vomit,
No,
Cecil.
I'm waiting for the DM to come round to me and destroy my what is left of my sanity.
Yeah,
Ruth is getting a lot of love for the period appropriate insults.
Yeah, Cecil, please roll a sanity check. And remember, you're temporarily insane.
57 is a failure.
It is. So, you lose a point of sanity, and can we have an intelligence roll, please?
Ooh.
Why am I 27, for fuck's sake? Why am I an intelligent character?
So,
Ignorance is bliss, fucking hell.
amnesia.
Amnesia.
You can't remember anything since you got to the gallery today.
What?
But this is only temporary, though, isn't it?
This is only a few minutes, like it'll only be like a few minutes before it comes back. But you're stood here. Your patron is covered in like red vomit.
Ah, Miss Appleby, are you looking forward to... Oh my God, what happened to you?
I'm off. I'm out. I'm done. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
Out of this
I'm
room.
following Milton. Champagne
Why
and
are, we in
honey.
the, why are we in the back room of the gallery? Has the expedition started yet? So, am I late?
I'm going to turn around and just march off.
Miss Appleby! It's me, it's Cecil, hello!
This is what it's probably best that you stay quiet for a little bit and sort of,
When did you get here?
as I said, turn around, go walk,
No, it's my gallery, you turn around and walk.
and it's kind of like try and kind of push him by the shoulders and march him.
Don't touch me, you ragamuffin, this is my gallery!
Can I just shout? I'd like to shout, like, as we're walking away, just like, Cecil, heal.
What's going on? Where am I?
I am this close to pouring myself an actual drink at this point.
You're leading the way, Francis. Where would you like to go?
So it's only upstairs left, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see some tendrils going up the stairs.
Yeah. So I'll head upstairs. Do the logical route. I'll head upstairs into the first room.
Yep.
And what is tape?
Oh.
And you come to the painting of... I am sure this isn't how you pronounce it, but it looks like Triumphator.
Yeah.
Triumphator.
Triumphator. Halo Death stands triumphant above Adam and Eve, who slip blissfully into the churning chaos of purgatory, representing the consciousness.
Okay.
And in front of Death, there is what looks like an altar, and it is stained with blood. There is a dagger on it, and behind it you can see the first like bit of wall that external wall that you've seen since this all started, and there's a door.
Huh.
That's a trap.
So
I'm
it's...
sorry, when did we install this? Is this my assistant's doing? Is this part of the exhibition? I'm terribly confused. It's like I can't remember anything.
We're just gonna look at the dagger and look at Cecil and then look at Milton.
Oh, yes, you. Hello, my name's Cecil Thorne, and what's your name, sir?
Who's that to?
Ben.
Baird, sir, the handyman, sir.
Yes,
It's
you're
the
the
fact
dog's
I'm
body
going
I've
to this
hired for the
one.
exhibition, yes.
So it's Death, an altar, a dagger, and a door behind him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not going near the door. I'm going to take the the ice pack is pretty more melted, and it's probably going to be quite bloody and horrible anyway. And I'm going to stand over the altar, and I'm just going to let any blood just drip onto the altar and onto the dagger.
There's no real effect from that.
Oh, I'm out of ideas.
Yeah,
Can
Death just...
I'd like to read out that this painting is meant to represent consciousness. So, consciousness is the aim of the game. Don't know what that means.
Okay,
I'm
I'm going
sorry.
to look at Cecil, then look knowingly at Milton, and just gently crack my knuckles.
So we need someone to be unconscious.
That's
What?
my thinking.
Why would you someone to be unconscious? What's going on? Can somebody please explain to me? Who are you? Who are you? I know you. Miss Appleby. What's going on? I'm so confused.
You threw up over me, Cecil.
When?
That was my minute ago.
Yeah. So
What?
yeah. So conscious.
What?
So what do we have to do here then? I mean, there's only Death, an altar, a knife. Have we got to kill someone? Is that what it's after? Do we stab death in the face?
Why would we stab? It's clearly some sort of university prank. Why would we stab anyone?
Obviously, you've come into a new scene. There is literally death stood in front of you. Please may I have sanity checks?
Is Cecil too stupid at this point to actually comprehend what's going on?
I'll give you disadvantage on an intelligence check if you need to roll one.
That's a pass.
97.
Ooh.
Oh, a
Oh,
99.
Cecil's amnesia, I rolled an 8, is playing into his face. Cecil has no idea what the fuck's going on.
23. Haha.
So successes lose 1. I believe both of the failures were fumbles, which is fun. So
Just
Oh, God.
yeah. You're going to lose 5 immediately. And please make intelligence checks.
I'm on 39 sanity then.
Lose 5 sanity, so I'm down to 41. And then an intelligence check.
An intelligence check, yeah.
25.
Do I reroll it if it's 50?
No, equal is passing.
Yeah.
So both passes.
Wow.
Yeah, mine was a equal to the next level of passing.
Hard pass.
A hard pass, that's the one.
Excellent. Francis, choose left or right, because I've got 2 options in front of me.
Left.
Left. Okay. You are compelled by violent behaviour for the next 20, 30 seconds or so. And Evelyn, you are compelled by belief. This is all very clearly the work of the devil. The only way to get through this is to pray, and you need to have faith.
I will fall to my knees then and start praying very, very determinedly.
Excellent. Francis.
I'm going to pick up the dagger.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to turn around and look at everyone in the room. Who's closest to me?
Oh, God.
It is Cecil.
Oh, God.
Let's point out, as soon as he's picked up the dagger, I've gone for my brass knuckles.
And I'm just sort of I'm just staring at him at the moment.
I'm sorry, we haven't been introduced. I'm Cecil Thorne. I'm the owner of the gallery. It's very nice to meet you, sir. Why have you got a knife, out of interest?
I think we need your hand, sir.
I mean, I'm happy to give you... I've hired a handyman who can give you a hand, I'm sure.
Everyone has given tonight.
So
Sir.
have I. Well, I'm giving you the space to hold this wonderful exhibit.
I will take a step towards him.
Cecil may be mad, but he's seeing someone advancing on him with intent. Takes a step back. There is no need for violence, my friend.
I'll hold out my incredibly burnt and gnarled hand. Just say, your hand.
That's nasty. What happened to that?
Another
I'm sure we've got a
painting.
first aid kit somewhere.
Another painting. Sir, give me your hand.
A painting?
Give me your hand.
Oh,
This
yes,
should
we're
make
doing
things go
exhibitions
away,
tonight,
and then we
aren't
can... Can I use fast talk?
You're too gone, really. This is you're just in the throat, madness. You need to hurt somebody.
I, however, can use fast talk. It's one of my skills, and I'm going to be like, what? Surely, if you need a hand, you're a handy man. Surely, there's one standing. He's introduced himself. This is man. I've hired him to be the handyman for this evening. I'm going to use fast talk on the violent lunatic in front of me.
Firstly, what is Francis doing?
I'm looking at his hand, and I'm holding my hand out towards a hand of his. So probably his left hand, because it's my right. And I'm beckoning, motioning towards that.
Cecil, I'm going to give you... I'll let you make the roll, but you're going to have disadvantage. So roll twice and take the
that's
worst.
fair. First roll was a 12. Second roll was a 20.
Ooh.
Okay, I believe that's at minimum a hard success, isn't it?
It's a hard success with the 20, yeah.
Okay, so this gets through. Like, just as you feel your rage like peaking, Francis, you get over like the hump of it, and you start to come back to yourself. You start to regain control. He is like, it's not so much that what he said, but the fact that just the talking has brought you back into like yourself, and you're back under control. And Evelyn, your need to pray will pass as well.
Yeah.
I would say that Cecil's amnesia
like,
passes, but I'm enjoying it too much.
Enjoying it too much.
As Milton comes down, I am going to move in and just gently take the dagger off him.
No, I won't release the dagger, but I will move away from so that hand is tight at the moment. It's just, well, I don't know what came over me there.
I've had a very long, stressful evening. Just put the dagger down for a minute.
Have we?
Figure this out.
Has it started yet? I could have sworn I only just arrived.
If I slap it, will it fix his amnesia?
You can give it a go.
Give it a go. I'll put the dagger back on the altar.
If you're doing so, I'll let you roll a first aid.
He's gonna hang on a minute. You didn't roll a first aid check to slap me.
Yeah.
Oh yes, of course, the 1920s first aid, isn't it? Just pull yourself together.
40 fail. Can I push it and can I go with brawl?
You want to push it. So obviously the slap wasn't hard enough. This is going to take like a solid punch to the face.
If he's swinging for me, then Cecil is probably going to defend himself because this man is attacking me now.
Yep, so in that case it is opposed fighting brawl checks. So if you both roll fighting brawl, and we'll see who gets the best success.
What number did you get, Highland?
I want to hear yours first.
I want to hear yours first.
No, I want to hear yours.
You're attacking me. I'm defending myself. So you would have to go first.
My fighting brawl skill is 40, which means critical success is 8. I got 3.
Yet. I rolled 38.
Okay.
Mine is 25.
So yeah, Thomas, you just punch Cecil like square on the jaw. Can you roll your damage? I believe it's a D3 is what it is. And yeah, Cecil, you are on the floor and you can remember everything that's happened now. And you take however much damage Thomas rolls. 3 damage.
Bloody hell, what are your fists made of? Rock?
Yes! Actually...
I will have taken my brass knuckles off.
Oh, well, you didn't specify that before, so I'm going to let Cecil roll a luck check to see if you have removed them.
No, fail. 86. Thank you, darling.
Okay, so that's an extra 2 points of damage.
Shit. Okay.
And yeah, you have a very sore jaw. You're on the floor, but at least you remember what's happened. You remember how you've alienated your main patron.
Alienated my patron. The gallery's on fire. It's probably never going to finish to recover.
Yeah.
Do I get any sanity back for that therapeutic punch in his smug face?
Sadly not.
Shame.
Yeah, once you lose it, it's gone in Call of Cthulhu, unfortunately.
Oh, but it's so therapeutic.
Mm.
So, back to the painting, everybody?
Yeah.
Miss Appleby, you've had some time to maybe think and not enjoy the madness that I don't quite know what happened there, but any ideas?
I mean, I'm flattered that you think I'm the idea machine.
You've been the one not partaking in the craziness.
Is death just stood there, or is he holding anything, or is he doing anything?
He's just stood there. He looks at whoever's closest to the altar, but beyond that, he isn't doing anything.
And the picture is of Adam and Eve.
The picture of it is of Adam and Eve being, I believe the term was, who slip blissfully into the churning chaos of purgatory.
Okay.
The consciousness thing could work, safely do it. I mean, I don't really know how to safely put someone unconscious, but...
Well, someone just tried and he's not unconscious.
I'm just going to hold out a conciliatory cigarette, Cecil.
Her cold. Of some sorts.
All you're going to hear from the floor is, "Oh, why did you punch me?"
You're being crazy.
Could it be someone consciously going through the door?
Is that purgatory through that door? That's the question.
That's what I'm wondering. Did they go unconsciously because they went blissfully? Do we have to go consciously through the door?
Well, there's no blood involved. I should probably... I've only got this small cut. And I walk up to the door.
The door is locked.
No, never mind then.
That's my bit done.
And,
I'm
yeah,
out.
solidly locked and doesn't budge at all.
Okay.
Is this a door that exists in the gallery before Cecil took it over, or is it a door that has recently been installed?
You don't recognise it. It's a very ornate ironwork door.
I'm going to pick up the knife and I'm just going to use the tip of the knife and just give myself a very gentle, like, prick of the knife to a little drop of blood from the finger. This hand's already fucked, so...
Yeah, you do so. And
I'm going to tip it onto the altar.
Yeah, there's no real effect.
I think you did that before as well.
Oh, okay, I'm going to stab death then.
Again, like, he just looks at you and you stab it and it goes through his cloak, but the bones are as solid as steel. The knife just bounces off of them.
Any
It
ideas?
feels incredibly cold.
You're going to look up and go, "You got anything to say to this, you lanky bastard?" Straight at the skeleton, fucking.
Any ideas?
Yeah.
Anyone at all? I'm stumped. I'm going to put the knife back on the altar.
I am not sure.
I mean, the only theory we had, I think, was Ruth's idea of the consciousness. That's the theme of the painting is Adam and Eve slipping into purgatory. Purgatory, you know, awake and death, the middle bit. Unconscious?
Is anyone feeling sleepy?
No.
That's all I can think of at the moment. One of us slips into unconsciousness.
Is it worth it either, like, one... Is it worth some of us kneeling before death so that he stood over us?
I mean, I was pretty close when I was praying, but we can try it, yeah.
Does it need to be a man and a woman, like Adam and Eve?
I'll just go and do that, because it's the best idea we've got, and go and kneel before death in the altar and just peer up at his little bony face.
Okay. Again, there's no real effect. It gets a bit cold as you get close to him. You can all make idea checks.
Damn it. I'm going to use 6 points of luck so I can succeed on that, because we need a bone.
Yeah.
Is that... So I got 6, so that's like a extreme...
Yeah.
I rescind my 6 points of luck use.
That's cool. So yes, with an extreme success,
success.
You think you're on the right track when you're talking about, like, unconsciousness. Somebody probably needs to be unconscious for That you think that's what it's hinting at with the theme of consciousness, the Adam and Eve slipping like blissfully into purgatory.
Okay, so how do we knock someone out? Do we have a doctor here? Can we... Anyone got the ability to choke some... Well...
You just limit the oxygen to the brain.
Appleby, are you into choking?
Hmm?
Nothing.
I'm a doctor.
Cheers, Pat.
A medical doctor.
I'm a doctor of fine art.
Right.
Okay. There's nothing important then.
Mechanically, if you take more than half of your current hit points, you fall unconscious if you fail a Constitution check.
We need someone to be unconscious. Then.
I did 5 damage to him.
You did do 5 damage to him.
I had 13 hit points, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's currently on 8, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I know Dan, right? So, how many paintings have we seen there? Is this the 6th one?
This is the 5th, but you think, yeah, like looking at the tendrils when you're going upstairs, they look like they're wavering quite a bit, and you don't think it's going to take doing all of them.
Cool.
We could go to a different one then.
We could try, we could, that's it. We could try another one to see if that gets it, without having to beat someone unconscious.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the best idea. I'll walk out the room and head to a different room.
Yeah, next floor.
Where are the other rooms?
They're all on this floor. So.
Essentially flanking this room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you walk into this room. It is a painting called Fool's Wisdom. If I can send that.
Oh.
Oh.
There we go.
I think it would have been better knocking someone out.
I'm not sure.
A disemboweled man offers his entrails to a seraphim in exchange for divine insight, representing the instincts. You see a scene of a young Vaquilin trying to win over his wife. He keeps offering her different gifts, and it's similar to the scene of the coupling, and it keeps repeating, and the gifts just get more and more deranged. Like, it starts off with some roses and like a teddy bear, and as you're watching, it's getting into like the realms of he hands her a pile of dirt, and he cuts off, eventually, if you watch long enough, he'll cut off like one of his fingers and try and hand it to her, and she seems to just turn her nose up at all of these gifts.
Okay. So it's about impressing an angel.
There as well.
What was it?
It's about impressing his wife.
Is it a feast of... Oh no, not Feast of Ignorance.
No.
Fool's Wisdom.
Fool's
So
Wisdom.
representing instincts.
And what's she holding?
She's not holding anything. She's just, turning her nose up at everything he hands her and walking away.
Yeah.
The program that my assistant wrote said it's about instinct. Should we do the first thing we think of?
Can I go and accept the next gift?
You can. And I like it. You see him handing a. So let's say he's cut off his little finger and he's holding out a pleading look on his hand, and you accept it. How do you do? Do you say anything? How do you act with handing this gift?
Would like to take it, smile, and try and embrace him, although I imagine I kind of like can't embrace him. He's not But you know, the thought of it.
So, what happens is his face lights up in a grin. He is delighted. He looks straight at you. He doesn't look through you at his wife. He looks at you, and he embraces you back. He reaches down with his four-fingered hand and grabs yours, and takes you by the hand and just starts walking off towards the painting.
This is it now, guys.
Holy shit, let's stop this.
I just fucking dig it.
Okay, so you try and hit Vacrillin. Roll me a fighting brawl.
Hard success.
Pardon?
Hard success. 17 under 20.
Hard success. Okay. You hit him. He stumbles backwards, and then he reaches for Ruth's hand again. How are you reacting, Ruth?
I am going to scramble away.
Okay. As you scramble away, the rest of you will notice that the wife isn't here anymore. You don't know where she went, what happened, but she's not there. And Vacrillin, he turns around and he grabs just a broken shard of one of the champagne flutes, and he's holding it tightly and reaches out trying to give it to you, Ruth. And
This is
like
amazing.
a look of pleading on his face.
You can't buy me love. Get you a man who'll give you a pile of dirt. Yeah. I'm going to go over
you
to.
appear to have become the focus of his infatuation.
I'm going to walk over to him and I'm just going to start whispering into his ear. It's like, your wife has left. No woman wants you. The best thing you can do is leave.
Okay, roll me I'll let it be a fast talk, but this is going to have to be a hard success.
Oh. So I've got 75, haven't I, on that?
I think it's 70 you've got in the skill.
Oh.
It is, yeah.
I rolled a 74.
Yeah, but you're going for a 35 because it's a hard success.
Yeah, so, no, that's a fail.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't even register you there. He is like there's tears in his eyes as he's staring with love up at Ruth. And
Tell him to leave. Tell him you don't
You're
want
trying
to.
to convince him to leave. I will do this. You, sir, out of my gallery. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Why? No one wants you here. This woman doesn't want you. I shall fight you if you wish for this woman's affection. I'm trying. This is a fast talk. As much as it doesn't sound like it, it's a fast talk check.
okay, again, a hard check. This counts as pushing it because essentially you're trying to push Francis's role.
What's he got?
He did a 30, rolled a 27, baby.
Nice. It takes a while to get through. He's there clutching this shard of glass, like trying to press it into Ruth's hand if she isn't moving it away. And eventually it gets through and just the despair on his face. You've never seen anything like it. And he just shambles off towards the painting. And
Cecily's literally doing this and just sort of stepping behind him, like, go on, get going, out of my gallery, you're uninvited, blah.
and the tendril disappears.
Let's go and check on your assistant.
Yeah, and you notice the place, the unearthly, glow that was all around slowly fades away, but also the darkness fades away. Your field of vision extends slowly. You can see the walls. You can see the windows, the real windows. There's light coming through from the moon. You can hear a few cars. You can hear crowds outside.
crowds.
I actually feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
Okay,
He was going to entrap you in a painting, it seems.
I'm going to walk back down to the main room.
Yeah. You walk back down to the main room. There are, as you're going, there are like injured or like unconscious people everywhere. Like the original crowd that was here, it seems as if they've, like, some of them have like scratched deep claw marks in their own faces. Some of them just appear to be sleeping. None of them are like grievously wounded. And you make your way down to the lobby, and where there was the ball of smoke surrounding the assistant, it's not there anymore, and instead crumpled on the floor is something halfway between her and Vacquelin, and not an aged, like clearly dead person, just there on the floor. And congratulations, you have successfully ruined Cecil's...
Yeah, I never going to financially recover from this. Holy shit!
I want to buy that last painting.
Ah, excellent, Miss Appleby. If you'd like to come here, I shall sell you the painting.
Yeah, the paintings are all, apart from the one in the first room, which is cut, as the middle of it's been cut out. The paintings are all in like fine condition.
The bit that's been cut out, I'm gonna pick up.
Yeah.
And roll and have a look at it, and using sleight of hand, I'm gonna put it in my jacket.
Cool.
You're going to steal from my gallery at the end of this.
You're going off to sell a painting.
That's true. Yeah, I that wasn't a so Cecil notices. That was a fair play to you. Carry on.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to do that, and I'm going to just walk out of the building. This is pretty big.
You should go to a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, your hand does hurt. So, thank you very much for playing. That was the Atrocity exhibition. Evelyn, when you develop your pictures, they are all exactly as you saw what was happening. This wasn't some illusion or hallucination. These pictures come out exactly as you took them. How does Ruth and Cecil's relationship fare in the weeks going forwards?
Cecil is going to pretend like it never happened, and it was just a bad, like, it was a nightmare. The gallery is still working. He's going to blame it on a leaking gas main and a student prank. And that's what he's going to basically, that's the story he sticks to. That's what, when the police turn up and the ambulances turn up, when the detectives arrive and they look through the gallery, it's a gas leak and it's a student prank gone wrong, and I would swear to it in a court of law, my lad. And I'm just pretending nothing has happened and hoping Miss Appleby continues her patronage.
I will continue the patronage, but Cecil's going to do me a bloody good price on the future paintings.
Yes.
After he covered me in the contents of his stomach. I think that Ruth felt so bad about poor, was it Vacquelin, or how do you say his name?
The artist, yeah.
Yeah, felt so bad about leaving him in his despair that she will buy that final picture, and Cecil can use the funds of that to rebuild the mess that had been made of his art gallery.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
What happens to Francis?
Francis leaves with everything that he's managed to take. he's more interested in who this woman was, though, the assistant, and her friends and stuff like that. Because obviously the mystic side of it never really came up, but the whole being a con man, the mystic part, all of that part of it has piqued his interest. So he is more interested in finding out about her and whatever this was. So he's going to dig into all of that, and any money that he will make from this painting will help in that side of it. Yeah, take a lot of interest in the photos that Evelyn puts out, and hope that he's not in any of them.
So speaking of which, Evelyn, what
Yeah,
story
I
do you
think-
tell?
Evelyn's probably going to write a short story, sort of novella type thing. It's going to be marketed as, take it as you think, you know, the mysteries of the gallery or something. I won't put Cecil Thorne's name in there because God knows his ego doesn't need that.
But the solicitors who come after you. Because Cecil Thorne is legit, as you can tell.
It'll be just called the gallery. It'll include stories and pictures, and people think it's faked. And I will send a copy to each and every one that I can find. I don't know if I can find the Mystic Man, but if Francis makes himself known, he'll get a copy, and it'll just says, "We will know the truth." And it'll be a little book printed off with all these pictures and all these experiences. Faces have been blurred, whatever, but that's what everyone receives.
Excellent. And Thomas?
Well, assuming Cecil agrees to pay my fees as long as I don't mention that there was no gas leak, and I will support it as long as he promises to pay me. I will support his story that there was a gas leak and a student prank, and will probably stay on as handyman at the gallery and just help clean up and make sure everything works.
Cecil readily agrees to pay you what you want to do that, because he has a gallery to maintain at the end of the day. He will take you on as the handyman, but to say that you're going to have a rough time as his employee is an understatement, because I think Cecil is looking for the opportunity to get rid of you as quickly as possible.
Good luck, I'm good at my job.
Yeah, I know. Cecil's very much like, you know, I suspect he knows more than he's letting on. Damn him.
Cool. Thank you very much. Steve, do you want to wrap things up?
Yeah. Thank you everybody who's watched this evening, everyone who's donated, everyone who's got involved with dictating rules and roles and sanity. And that it's been a fantastic weekend of doing tabletop and things, and I would love to do more. These are obviously open to anybody who wants to get involved whenever I do it. Thank you to Headband, to Highlands, Digby, Helen and Pat especially for running this.
Should we not be calling her Flat Cap right now?
Nah, always Headband. Always
Here's a
Headband.
nice flat cap.
Always Headband. So yeah, this has been a lot of fun, and we're currently sat at 800, which is wonderful. So this is all to help kids who are terminal, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing to do, especially with the state of the world at the moment and the shit it's in. So doing anything positive is fantastic.
It's always good to do.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for doing this. Digby, thank you especially for letting me drag you away for things for a whole weekend essentially.
Hey, all good. It's great. Really,
Comic-Con,
really good.
Aliens, and this. So
Yeah.
It's been really good. Pat, thank you for throwing this together and getting this all sorted and looking after us miscreants and that. So
No worries.
thank you everybody for dressing up for this. It's been a lot of fun to do. So
30s is one of those things. 20s, 30s is one of those things whereby everyone can do it with the wardrobes they already have, just no one realises that.
yes. Yeah, I have a weekend off and I only still get to see him for like 3 hours. I'm sorry, Esme.
Sorry, darling, I love you.
Yeah.
We go out for lunch. That was nice.
So, thank you. Who was that who donated? White Flower. Thank you for donating. That's amazing. Thank you so much. But yeah, so the donations will still be up, and yeah, next year we'll do this again. We'll do something, and I will definitely be asking Pat to come back as guest. ST,
Yes.
run another Call of Cthulhu thing, but we'll probably run it. We'll probably start a bit earlier, I think, for you, so we can have a bit longer, and you can kill us all off.
Yeah, no, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And we'll get everybody dressed up again. So, yeah, I think that's it. It's 10 o'clock. So thankfully my wonderful daughter has put herself to bed. And, yeah, and I'm back at the hospital in the morning. So I need to get some sleep. But everyone, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I love you all in a very hot and sticky way.
Have a good one. See you later.
Take care, everybody.
Yes,
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm trying to wave in a way that I don't.